Hey guys, welcome back to the Triple M Show. I'm your host, Ebenezer.
Yeah, I'd like you guys to take some time, to look
Oh,
at this, Mr. Ora himself, I'm Dean, I'm the co-host of Triple M Studios, and today we have the important guest. We have
Mr. Tapiwa, not as much aura as Dean, but
obviously, I mean, we can see, and we have
Ashley, just Ashley.
Ashley.
And today we will be talking about sexual immorality. So sit back, relax, and let's jump right into the video. You know, guys, when you are dating or whatever and all that stuff, you need to find someone attractive. As much as we are advocating for personality being very important, looks are important. And when we do find someone attractive,
Sorry.
when does it get to a point where it's now lustful, in your opinion? Or it's the same thing, finding someone attractive, even if it's a little lustful, it's okay.
okay, I think I'd say finding someone attractive is not something that you necessarily choose,
Okay.
but I would say that lust is something that you choose.
Okay.
Right? So there's a verse that says, if you look at a woman with the intent of lusting at her, right? That means you made the choice that when I looked at this woman, the goal of looking at her was to lust at her. I would say lusting is a choice, but finding someone attractive is not always a choice. I know there's all this debate about like people asking, oh, what's your type? What's your type? I don't think most people, I'll speak from my personal experience. I wouldn't say like, I've met people who said like, nah, one day I just decided like, this is my type. I've decided this is my type. So I'd say it's a choice. It's a conscious thing to say like, okay, now I'm looking at this person in a lustful way, and it's not just pure attraction.
Yes.
Yeah, I think I agree, because if you look at it, what you find attractive usually is going to lead to lust.
Yeah.
So whatever I find attractive, that's what I'm going to lust over. So hence back why you're saying it's a choice. So I do agree. It is a choice to then be lustful over someone or something. So in this case, finding someone attractive, I think it's okay. It's natural, is what happens. But then what you do about that attraction is what then would say could be right or wrong.
And also, I just want to know, I was very curious about this during the week. Guys, I know when you are pursuing someone, you flirt, ne? Like in general, you flirt. Is it a godly thing to flirt, guys? Like, are we supposed to flirt? Oh, I don't
Intention.
know.
What's the intention?
With the flirting.
Yeah. I think it's about intention. Can you? But if you think of it, no one flirts with no intention.
Okay, the intention is to get you to like me or to get you to see me in that way. So, I don't know.
What way?
Yeah,
What way?
I think she is correct. I think it's the intention, right? Such as he said with lust, it's the intention to be lustful with this person, right? That you find attractive, right?
Yeah.
And going back to the base of attraction, is not lust a part of attraction, a form of attraction? Because when you go deeper into attraction, right, I can be attracted to someone's personality. Let's say there's a girl here, I'm attracted to her personality, then I'm attracted to the other girl's looks, right? So I'd say that lust is a form of what? Attraction, right? It's a form of attraction that sometimes we get tempted by or alluded by, if you get what I'm saying. I feel like you are disagreeing with me.
I think I'm trying to think about what you're saying. I wouldn't say it's a form of attraction. I would say, going back to what I said earlier, I would say it's a choice that you make, but you can also be led down that path by external circumstances.
Okay.
Like, I think if we look at things like social media as an example, the things that show up on your screen may lead your mind towards a certain direction. Like, you may find something attractive, but the content that you're seeing and the message that people are pushing may make you make that choice to now lust over it. So I'd still like to separate them to say that, look, if I find something attractive, it's not the same as lusting. And I can still not lust even if I do find something attractive, if that makes sense. Like I wouldn't say
Yeah, I agree.
I wouldn't say it's like a
Yeah.
component of attraction. Like it doesn't have to.
I feel like you fuel the lust. You fuel the lust.
Okay,
you
what is lust?
certain-
Can a husband and a wife lust for each other?
It's a good question.
Yeah,
is a
actually, can a husband
I
and a
wanna
wife
say-
lust for each
What
other?
is lust, guys?
I
I'm
want to
going
say
get a
possibly.
proper
Possibly, right?
definition.
Possibly.
So it's a form of expressing your attraction.
Can-
Is
can
it
I-
not?
Can I read this so
Okay,
that like we
please,
clear
yeah,
the air?
please do actually.
The definition of lust from Google.
Okay.
Lust is an intense, overwhelming craving or desire. So,
Women craving or
Okay.
desire,
Yeah.
right? So
overwhelming,
is
yeah.
there not finding someone attractive, right?
Mm-hmm.
You expressing yourself through lust. Because
Okay,
for me, a husband and a wife
fair.
can lust for each
Also,
other, right?
if you flirt in a lustful manner.
If you flirt in a lustful
It's
manner, then
not
the
godly.
intention is not what is not pure.
Okay.
Goes
Yeah.
back to what she was saying. So I'm saying with lust, right? For me, it's a form of attraction, right? I can be in a relationship with you, right? And then cool, I'm attracted to your behavior. I'm attracted to the way you dress. I'm attracted to the way you talk, your voice, anything I'm attracted to, right?
Yeah.
And then there comes my form of expression, right? I could just enjoy the simple things, the holding of hands, wara wara, the gentleman-like behavior, all of that. That could be me expressing my lust for you, my attraction for you, right? Through care, through gifts, through soft touches, and then comes the lust, right?
Which is
Where we talk
more-
about
Hey.
sexual intentions or
Yeah.
anything like that. That's me expressing my attraction for you through the
Okay.
form of what? Lust. Are you guys getting where I'm coming from with the
Okay.
point?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we hear you. We hear you.
Oh,
We
that,
hear you.
yeah. No,
Sorry,
man, I
sorry,
hear
but I know
you.
I cook. I know I cook. I cook.
With that definition that you mentioned as well.
Okay.
With it saying that it's a craving, or I think the context we're speaking of is obviously a craving for sex, right?
Yeah.
So I think
If that's the
if that's the intention,
Yeah.
if that craving is what's driving your behavior, then that's when I'd say yes, a husband
Offside.
and a husband and a wife could even get to that extent, because if that's the only thing, if that intention, like if then the desire for sex is what's driving anyone's behavior, even in a marriage, I would still say it's wrong. So I think it's possible.
Yeah, no, I agree.
So you're saying in the confines of marriage, you craving instead of desiring to express intimacy is two different type of things, and it can be viewed as sinning. Is that what you're saying?
I wouldn't say it's sin, but
You
maybe
wouldn't say
can-
it's sin.
Lust
I'm not
is
married.
lust is sin, guys. How so?
No, lust is not.
That's the sin, but with that definition, it
Yeah.
opens up for discussion.
Yeah.
Especially in the
It's
context
about
of marriage.
Yeah, I feel it.
Yeah, guys,
Which is very
marriage
difficult for us to touch on. Because,
Yeah.
I mean, I know I'm not married.
No,
I know
no.
I'm not married.
No fair. No,
You
marriage
married?
is a
Oh, okay.
You're talking to the wrong people.
What do you mean?
Nah, he took
Married.
long to answer.
No,
also.
I'm no.
Ow.
Okay.
Yeah,
Like,
no.
they don't want me out there, but it's cool.
It's okay, bro.
It's cool. It's
You're
cool.
not getting married. Please, bro. What are you saying, bro?
Do you see what you're wishing upon?
You should actually watch the other episodes, man. You'll see what I'm talking
Nah,
about.
that's a nice segue. That's a nice segue. Tell them to also
Oh,
watch the other
I've been-
episodes.
Yes, if you think I'm lying or I'm being funny, I'm not being funny. Go watch the other episodes.
Shout out.
As if Dean gets married, I will scream at the wedding. I'll be the loudest. Swing.
Nah, she's painting
I
me
will-
wrong.
I can
Nah,
like
bro.
during the reception when you guys are throwing money,
Nah.
I'll bring 50K, dog. That's
Nah, Dean, make it happen, bro.
hands down.
I need to
Yeah,
see
you
that
have to make it
50K.
happen.
I need to see that
Make it
50K, bro. You gotta
You have
make
to
it
make it
happen.
If she's serious, if they are serious, jokes.
Yeah.
But on the chat of flirting, I feel like, again, intention. So you find that also you need to, it differs person to person what you define flirting is. Because for
Okay.
some people, it's a personality thing where they're just bubbly. But because of your upbringing, the way your personality is,
Flirting
I'm
is
taking
something
that as
else.
flirting. Yeah.
Oh,
Do you get what I mean?
okay.
You get like he might be friendly and I'm like, oh no, he's flirting with me. But he's not actually flirting me, it's a personality thing.
Okay,
So-
whoa. Why do you believe her when she says it, but when I say
Did you
it?
say it before?
Yeah, I've said it before to her. We've had conversations
Ah,
about
bruh,
this.
I don't
Where I tell her
remember.
that flirting sometimes is a part of someone's personality.
Okay, maybe she knows you.
No, but
Okay, it's not
Maybe she knows you.
no, but like, come
Maybe
on.
that's
man.
sound
being
okay
a part
coming
of
from you.
someone's personality. That's a messy thing because now you get
See,
married.
when I say it, it's wrong.
No,
But
no,
when
no, no.
she's saying it, she's like,
No,
disagreeing.
wait. I'm not saying flirting is part of someone's personality.
You being a friendly person seems
could
like
come
flirting.
across
Yeah,
as
yeah.
flirting to me because of my
Do you hear this?
personality.
Do you hear this?
Oh, so
Do you get it?
Yeah.
they are the problem. That's what I'm hearing.
No,
you know,
bro,
the people
it's
that are
different.
the
It's a
shitty
misunderstanding.
and that.
It's differences.
It's a misunderstanding. bro.
It's differences.
Yes, on the other end, right?
Nah.
No, because if someone, let's say someone is just overly very nice, you know, and likes to compliment people and make them feel comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
I think with that one, people are just so mean these days that being nice seems like flirting. It's actually insane.
Yes.
And it's unfortunate, but it is what it is, guys.
Like kind people like me, bro.
Oh,
You
sure.
know?
It's a
Lord.
perception.
You did speak about basically your point was lust is something that you can control. And I would like to touch on the male side because a lot of men they say, oh no, it's part of our biology. You know, that's the excuse for being the way they are.
Yeah, for
Being
sure.
the way
know-
they were, like how? What do you mean?
Like very
Oh.
sexual and being called they refer to themselves as
Sexual
beings.
Okay, I've heard that before.
What the hell is that?
Okay.
You heard it or you heard it?
Men out there, what are y'all saying?
I hope that's not on camera,
Like,
bro.
Like, what are y'all saying,
Yeah,
bro?
so-
My parents are watching this, bro.
No, I just want to clear the air. I just want to clear the air. Is that true? Is it something that men can control, or it's inevitable? Yeah.
Okay.
Sabs, remember your mom's watching
Yeah,
this,
nah.
Yeah.
She should watch, bro. She should
Yeah.
watch, bro. But yeah, is it something that you control? I would have to say yes, obviously. Okay, let me not say obviously. But I'd have to say yes.
Because mom
like-
is watching.
Nah. She can skip this part, bro. But like, I'd have to
Yeah.
say yes. I'd say your behavior is always in your control.
Mm.
I just think the way the human mind works is there's an expression that says neurons that fire together, wire together. So any behavior that you repeat over and over again becomes easier and easier to do, right? So I think if you've told yourself that I'm a sexual being, I act on my lust or I can't control it, and you keep on repeating that to yourself, of course you're gonna act in that way, right? So I just think it's important to know that any behavior starts off first as a thought,
Yeah.
then it becomes the action itself. Then if you keep on repeating that action, it becomes a habit and then gets to the point of a lifestyle, right?
It's a part of
Yeah,
you
then now becomes a part of you.
Ish.
But you can control your actions. You can stop it at the point of it. You don't have to act on every thought, right? Like even like there's that thing of like intrusive thoughts that people have been speaking about online. Like
Free will.
you don't have to act on every
That
thought
stuff.
that you have. Like when you feel like punching someone, you don't always punch
Yeah,
that person. Like maybe
fair.
sometimes you guys do, but you don't have to act
Yeah.
on that thought. So I'd say it's definitely within your control.
Sorry.
Yeah, but it's difficult though.
But with what you said, someone can argue that since I've been repeating it and it's not part of me, is it then not still
Part
my
of
nature? Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get you.
But it's not by nature anymore
Argumentative.
because you have made it a part of you. You are not born a sexual being. You have
Okay, let me also clarify that statement. When people say a sexual being, the connotations that they're using it in, it's usually trying to justify them lusting, right? Because the way you brought it up was like to say,
Yeah.
I'm a sexual being, like I can't control it, right?
yeah.
But what the word sexual actually means, yes, we are sexual beings. God has created us to be sexual beings within the right space, right? So yeah, it's really difficult for someone to argue and say like it's now a part of my, because you do have that desire.
Yeah.
You were born with that desire, but now the extent to which you've maximized it, it's now.
I wanna say something, but I don't think I'm allowed.
That is a crazy statement to say. I mean, it's very difficult and it's very argumentative. Hence, Ashley's perspective on what he was saying. Right, it can be argued against him, right?
Yeah.
But let's look at the biology of it, right?
Okay.
Let's look at ovulating week, right?
Okay.
How does that feel for like women? You know, like when the hormones are like calling and stuff, man. From people I've seen or like TikTok videos or what, I have to be careful with my words right now.
No, but
You know-
valid.
like
valid.
it's like people are tempted, very prone to being vulnerable,
know,
to their hormone, right?
Yeah.
The one that's feeding them that, and then we have guys, you know,
Nah,
like
talk, brother. Talk, brother.
the peer pressure. Let me just say, bro. My mom is also gonna watch this. So I'm just saying, like, with guys, oh, this is tricky. With guys, right?
Yeah.
The peer pressure, right? And then when, you know, after puberty strikes, you see females differently, you know?
Female.
And it gets a bit, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I hear
right?
you, bro.
And it's like that, right? It's a part of thing growing up, you know. They're attracted to certain things,
Yeah.
certain body parts, right?
Yeah.
So if you look at the science of it, we are sexual beings, right? If you look at the science of
But
it,
the way people say it, it's like
no,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
what
people
that's
misuse-
what Taps was saying, bro.
offside.
Like
Yeah,
it's
fair.
misused,
the
yeah.
connotation towards it, like the
It's
way
extreme.
people use it, they
Yeah.
maneuver it, right, to counter against their actions.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? But naturally and biblically, we are sexual beings, right?
Yeah.
But now, what are the confines of that sexuality? How do we express it now? Hence, it becomes a bit, you know, we have the mundane way and then we have the biblical way, right? The way of life is that, a guy when he's young, between 16 and upwards, he's supposed to have lost his virginity. You understand? The way we're living right now.
Yeah.
He's supposed to have lost his virginity, getting girls, you know, what. A girl is supposed to have this type of body, this type of shape, size.
Do you
The
know
way
what's
we're
crazy
living,
on that, guys? I was having a conversation with my friend the other day, and it's so crazy how in grade 7, literally in grade 7, we're having boys, these small boys are expecting us 13-year-old girls to have bodies like these celebrities, which is actually insane. And these kinds of things are getting normalized and by young children.
Yeah.
It's insane.
That
Yeah, I wanted to
is
say that on
insane.
what you were saying.
Yeah, now I'm lost, bro.
Sorry.
Wait, so
You ruined this train of
wait,
thought.
wait,
Sorry.
bro. And I was like,
Yo, bro,
yeah.
you should have stopped me. You should
was
have
you not
stopped
trying
me.
to ask Ashley like for the female perspective of what I spoke on?
Is that what you were getting to?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I think for me, well, because you didn't get to really finish it. I feel like he was building up.
I
You didn't
was
get to
building
ask your
up, but
question
now it's
nicely.
gone.
I will touch
dog.
on what you said in the beginning
Sorry.
about how women also go through the ovulation or whatever. For me personally, I feel like I haven't heard a lot of guidance from, especially in the. I'm gonna focus in the church,
Okay.
addressing how to deal with that kind of phase because it is real, Shem. As much as we don't talk about it, it is real,
Yeah.
and that's why you find people now not maintaining their sexual purity because some people generally don't know how to
Yeah.
resist. Like it's too much. Okay, yeah, you know what I'm saying. You know what I
Yeah,
mean,
nah,
bruh.
we hear
Like
you.
on a serious note,
Now we hear you, bro.
you know, and I feel
Mine's
like
Dean.
we need
You
to.
suffering, bro.
No, like I'm actually coming from a serious angle here.
What's your
Oh,
question?
okay, yeah.
Well, what exactly do you mean? Let's be specific.
Oh, okay.
Let's actually be specific. We
Okay,
have
we'll say
teenagers,
PG-13 in the beginning. Okay. From my experience, I haven't like we all of course have yom days and all that, women's ministry, all that stuff, and I've never heard of them touching on that part of being a young woman. We talk about dating, we talk about being a child and all that stuff, but I genuinely don't know how you're supposed to actually deal with those types of urges because they are real, man. They really are. I don't know how guys manage it. I think you guys manage it by actually dealing with it because it's so normalized. No, to be for real.
You do
it. Yes, exactly. Guys, that is why it's so normalized that guys are more.
I mean, she just met
Sexually
me. She
active.
knows you, so
No, bro. I know you guys, but
You
in
know,
general.
do you see? You're part of the problem. Now,
general.
look, you're part of that same problem that you're fighting against. That men say what they're naturally sexual beings, but now
I'm telling you
you've
what's
already
the
believed
reality.
it.
Well, I'm
And
telling
now
you
you
the
perceive
no,
it like
no.
that.
Can I finish
Nah,
my
bro.
points?
Yeah, let
My
her land.
point
Let her
is
land. Yeah.
the stereotype, the idea in people's minds. It's not real,
Okay.
but it's normalized that guys can go
We'll deal
around.
with it. We'll deal
Exactly.
with it. And the girls just have to suffer
But
in
with
silence.
girls, like
yeah.
if a girl is caught to be sexually active, maybe a guy and a girl,
I get that.
if they catch them, who's gonna be in more trouble? Let's be so for real. It's the girl, obviously. And I feel like guys are more free to do whatever they want, and of course there's a certain expectation for women where we have to keep our sexual purity. But now with that, how to control those urges, I feel like
You never
that's supposed
taught.
to be,
Yeah.
I don't know, personally I don't know what to do, bruh, because you can't really pray for it. You pray for it and then it's still there. I don't know, bruh.
Whoa!
I don't know. No,
Nah,
this is what I'm
she's
talking
telling her
about.
story,
Listen,
bro.
I'm
She's
being
teaching
very
you.
open here. I'm very. If you have anything to say that can help, please write it on the comments. Because I don't know. I don't know.
What's still there?
The urges. I think she's referring to
The
urges.
urges.
Yeah.
Sexual stuff.
Yes.
Oh,
Okay.
sexual
Yeah.
then.
Kaya, stop. Kaya, no. Kaya,
Okay, let me go into my question,
Yeah.
bro.
No,
'cause
actually,
I
there's
haven't
so
even-
many
Okay,
questions
okay.
going
Let's
on.
focus on what
Yeah.
Dean wanted to ask
No,
originally.
actually,
And
do you
then
want to
we'll-
speak?
Ashley, dog.
On
No, I
this?
think there's just so many questions. I don't know which was what
Yeah,
I was
okay.
saying first.
Okay,
real.
yeah.
Let it,
I was touching on what he was saying.
Okay.
the
Okay,
beginning.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe do you not want to address what she said? If you
Yeah.
have something
Okay,
to
I
say.
think so I think I do have something to say about what you
Tight.
say.
Okay.
There's certain people
Uh-huh.
you'll never cross your mind I'm gonna have sex with this person.
Mm-hmm.
There's other people that you might have. I think in terms of controlling it, from my perspective, it's all about how you relate to the opposite sex.
Yeah.
So you find that for certain people, the urge comes when they think of certain people. Someone specific, something specific, a certain scenario. I think it's always here in the mental.
mind.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because like I said, there's certain spaces where it's like that's never gonna cross my mind because I've never thought of you in that scenario. I've never spoken to you in that manner. We've never flirted in that manner. So I think it boils back to what are your relations with people around you? And what are they nurturing you to do? Because right now, while I'm here with you guys, we've never had those. I've never had such a conversation with Dee, so that's not crossing my mind at the moment when I see him. Do you get it? Whereas there might be someone else that I had a conversation like that with, who, when I'm now during those times, I'm thinking about them.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna think about Dee. We didn't have that relation. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think it's about the people around you in a good way. It's not about it's about the relations you have
Yeah,
around you. Do you get what I'm saying?
100%.
So if you look at it, it's almost like pain is self-inflicted, where because you've had these relations and conversations with certain people,
It's
they come
igniting
back.
that.
It comes back to bite you.
Yeah.
Do
So,
you get what I'm saying? It
but-
comes back to bite you.
Can I also
Yeah.
speak on it from, I guess, a male perspective as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what she said about the mind is like so important, bro. Like, I think we underestimate how much power our thoughts building up has. Like,
Yeah.
you have the thought once and you don't do anything, like you suppress it, right? Because
Yeah.
if no one tells you what you need to do, all you know is I'm not meant to act on this, so you just suppress it, right? Then cool, the thought comes again, you suppress it, but it'll never fully go away. And you did bring up a point about prayer. I think I don't know if you guys have heard of Pastor David Ashrick.
Okay.
Okay, he's this old. He's not. I guess he's old now, but yeah, he's a pastor, and the first 23 years of his life, he was like a skateboarder, punk rocker. He was a veganist, like tattoos everywhere, like purple hair. Eventually, he comes to Christ. He becomes a pastor, and previously, up until that point in his life, he had sexual experiences, right? But now he's trying to be a Christian. He's trying to live a godly life, right? And he spoke about how those thoughts kept on coming to his mind. And not only does he have the thoughts to say, like, maybe for some people it would be a fantasy, something you've never done. Like, he has real life videos in his head of things he has done, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
And he
yes.
spoke about how each moment the thought would come, he would have to pray, Lord, I don't want to think this thought, please take it away. 2 minutes later, what happened? The thought comes again. Lord, please, I
Okay,
don't want to
with
have
the
this.
mind, I understand. I
Yeah.
feel like prayer does help in that way. I feel like my angle was like the physical actually,
The
because
urge will
this is
never go
happening.
away. I think
It's
the
gonna
urge will never
still
go
be
away.
there.
The urge will never go away, to be
True.
honest.
Actually, this conversation is making me think of that Pastor David. Remind me.
David Usher, what are we talking
Nah,
about?
not
no.
He's
Ashrick.
talking about the
don't know,
pastor
Asher.
who has
No, not
purple
Is it
hair.
Ashrick.
David?
Oh,
No.
Oh, David Ang.
There we go.
It's NG.
Okay.
The concept of open doors. I
Okay.
feel like the angle maybe we should be taking when we're praying for is praying for what's leading me or making me feel
Go
this way
there.
Yeah.
than
Okay.
this action. Instead of praying for I don't want to do this action, I'm praying for what's leading me to wanting to do this action. Maybe that's the angle we need to be looking at it. Where it's like, okay, I don't want to, someone out there, I don't want to masturbate. But then instead of praying, I don't want to masturbate, I don't want to think about this goal that needs me. Do you get what I'm saying?
To go there.
So it's more about that
Yeah.
open door concept as
Word,
well.
word. And also, if you look at it, like with the whole, he mentioned suppressing the thought, right?
Yeah.
And like, you can't, with lust, with anything of sinful nature, especially with a thought, right? People think they can fight it, right?
Yeah.
Or go against it. But the only way you can truly stop to sin, maybe for a consistent period of time, right?
Yeah.
Is when you are dependent on God, right?
Yeah.
For sure.
When
True.
everything is just through God, like, yo, bro, yeah, I don't know. Like,
Just leave it all to
I'm
him.
here, dog, like, you know. So when you live in a life like that, like so many of us, we don't speak to God with constant communication, right?
For sure.
And then that sinful like we think we go to church every week, every weekend, every Saturday or Sunday, and then and then now lust comes. You don't read your Bible, you don't pray consistently, you don't have a relationship with God, lust comes. Then you pray, you praying like crazy, and nothing is happening. Like, what do you expect? You don't have a relationship with God. You understand? So, like, it's not instantly gonna come like that thing to tell you that, yo, because you have not been living it. You've not been living a life like that. So, just because now you are struggling with this type of sin and this other sin to you is not really something you struggle with because it's not maybe aligned with your interest or it's not your temptation, your weakness, right? Your
Yeah.
personal temptation. It's quite different, if you get what I'm saying. So, like, have a relationship with God and then see when you pray how good you feel, right? You won't instantly feel something like, yo, it's not magic. It's not how it works. It's not abracadabra. You feel me?
Yeah.
So, but you depending on God, right? And Paul says, run away from lust. You feel me? I mean, that's Paul. And you know, Paul's philosophy is like big in the Bible, right? The philosophy he preached to God, what. It's very big. Now, imagine a very big figure like Paul saying to you, brother, run away. Are you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We have is it King Solomon? Yeah.
Yeah.
He was like, you know, he had like a thousand
Yeah.
you get what I'm saying? He had like 1,000 women.
Yeah,
You get what
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
saying? And he was given wisdom by God. You get what I'm saying? He had all the wisdom. But still the temptation was bad. Then with the strongest man in the Bible, what's his name?
Samson.
Samson.
You can't run away from. You can't fight it.
You see, you can't fight
it.
lust. You can't navigate against it. But if you check with Solomon, right? Was he having that relationship with God when he was doing all of that thing? All of that things with those women. He was not having a relationship with God. Hence we have Songs of Solomon. Are you getting me? And then we have, who's this? Samson. He ran away from many things. He ran away from God, essentially. You understand? And then what happened? Delilah destroys him. You get what I'm saying? So, and people use that example saying women are what, they tempting, wara. It's your nature also as a man. It's your fault, essentially, right? Because these are things that you have thought about, right? It's because of the life you live, right? I can't be tempted by such things when I'm living a life with God. You get me? If I'm being tempted by those things, it's easy for me to come out of those things. You understand? And I now know Paul says, yo, run away.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Run away from that thought. If you're having that thought, do something that will take you away from that thought.
Yeah.
Go jogging, call a friend, watch a movie, like do something. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because God doesn't work in abracadabra ways.
Yeah, I think also, what Ebenezer was saying, like the urges will never go away. To be
Yeah.
honest, like, and I think we might touch on it later, speaking about marriage. But people speak about how I've heard married men speak about how like it just gets worse because it's almost as if women can now see like, oh, this guy's married, like he must be worth something if some woman chose him, right? So
Yeah.
the temptations come even more.
I'm married, by the way. That's my room in the car. I'm married.
But yeah, Dean spoke about how it's not like magic.
Yeah.
I think there's two important points you need to think about. Firstly, you need to prepare for war in the time of peace. You need
Yeah.
to be building that relationship with God when you're not.
Oh yes.
Nah,
Yeah,
that does also dab up.
Yeah, the way you worded that was good.
But
That
yeah,
was
like
good.
you need to make sure that before the urge comes, you already know, like, okay, this is
You
where
and
I'm,
God are locked
yeah, this is
in.
where I'm running to, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
you know where the spot is. You can't now start looking for God when you're in the middle, right? So
Yeah.
you need to make
Maybe
sure.
that's why he can't. You feel like he can't hear you. No,
Yeah.
he. Okay, let me not say speak for God.
But yeah,
But like it
Yeah,
makes
yeah,
sense.
yeah.
Like
And
you
even when you
know?
pray in that moment, the thought will go away for that moment. But
Yeah.
in the same way that the devil tempted Jesus many times, he kept
Yeah,
on
he'll
coming
come
back.
again.
He kept on coming back. You just have to, Randy Skeet says you have to hit him with scripture and then he goes and retreats. Then
Yeah.
he comes back again. So I just think it's important to know that it's a continual process.
Yeah.
Like Dean said, it's constant communication with God. And there's no easy day. Like there's no day when you don't need God. Even outside of this context, you always need God
Every day.
in order to live a life that He's called us to.
Word.
Okay, so I think we're just gonna take a break here,
Okay.
and we're gonna come right back for the second half of this episode.
On the Triple M Show.
All right, we're back. I'm opening the segment, of course, because I have the most aura.
Hey, I'm
Yeah.
not gonna let you do this again. It's fine.
Yeah. Okay, so this one is particularly for Ashley, all right?
Oh, okay.
Someone-
Okay.
On the spot, Baba. So, do you think everyone struggles with lust, or some just hide it better than others?
Straight yes or no?
Yeah, and then go into context.
Yes.
Okay.
I'd say everyone.
Uh-huh.
Hide it. People deal with it differently.
Okay, people deal with it differently. Okay, type. Go deeper, dog.
I should go deeper. Okay.
Pastor.
What can I say? I think like okay, so yes,
Mhm,
I'll rule out yes.
mhm.
People deal with it differently. Okay, and then how
and
you want me to go deeper? How?
Deeper in how people handle it. You can even go deeper with how you handle it, because you did say everyone struggles with lust. You've agreed
Right.
to that point, right?
Right.
So if you can go into your personal experience with it, or the general, of your friends or your environment, how people
You think
handle it.
everyone struggles with lust?
I would say everyone who struggles with lust. Mentally,
Really?
I'd say. So I think that's another thing.
Okay.
So if you're thinking struggle with lust in action, that's,
So there's
I'm
some
thinking,
degree to
yes. So when
how-
I say everyone, I'd
okay.
say mentally everyone struggles with lust.
Okay.
For as long as you find anything attractive, to some point the devil will tempt you, and mentally you'll struggle with lust.
What about
But in terms
those-
of the action,
Okay.
I wouldn't say everyone struggles with lust. Why? Because what you then do with the thought you've had is then what differs from person to person. So you'll find that, for example, for myself, there are times where I did act on whatever thought I had that was lustful. Then there are times where I didn't. And it circles back to when people were saying it's a choice.
Okay.
So I think the action, that's when it becomes a choice, which is why I'm saying everyone then deals with it differently. But the thought, I want to say everyone. Everyone mentally struggles with lust.
Yeah, and we're referring to the sexual part of it, ne?
Yeah.
Lust is
What about the people who are?
Whoa, the sexual?
Yeah,
Which other
actually-
type of
no, actually-
lust?
like,
no,
that's
actually-
what I'm
no,
trying to go
guys, we
into,
read
yeah.
the definition. Let's
Yes,
not
but it
act
just
like-
said, we said a craving, but are we talking about a craving for
Exactly.
sex? That's what you
Yeah.
said. Okay.
But when is there ever good craving?
No, but okay, no. I wanna. The reason why I'm asking that is because I wanna ask another question.
Okay. Let's let
Because-
you finish.
Because there are people who are also asexual.
Okay.
They're
Okay.
not attracted to anything. They're just living life.
stop the cap. You're just trying to be different.
I promise, dog.
They just trying
Okay.
to
I
be
actually know
different.
someone like that.
Hey yo, you just trying to be different, bro.
Okay.
Oh, puberty hasn't completely.
True, but is it true? But then was it always like that from the beginning, or did it not just start at some point?
I don't know. Hey, like
Those are the
I'm
questions to ask.
I'm gonna hunt for someone like that and then ask the question. Cause I'm genuinely curious, bro.
Okay.
Like, are you born like
I
that?
want to believe that sometimes it's a season.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, a very long
So I don't
season.
know if it's for everyone, but
Out
the
of
people I
heartbreak.
know, it never even heartbreak. I know. Have you ever heard of when people say like when you lock in, everything doesn't matter?
Okay.
Like when you start locking with your books, like no, you don't care about
Nothing
anything.
matters. Fair.
I want to believe it's a season, but for people that I know personally that are asexual, it's a season. It wasn't always like that.
Okay.
It's a season.
I want to prove you wrong. Now. I wanna-
Okay, but the definition of asexuality, does it not mean you don't even find anyone sexually attractive?
Yes.
So is that not different from lust? Because we separated attraction and lust earlier. So if someone says they're asexual,
Word.
that means they don't even have an attraction. So it would be impossible to even lust, if that makes sense.
Yes. That's why.
So
I
you're
disagree
saying
that
those
not
people don't
every-
okay, people who are genuinely unattracted to anything,
Yeah.
they
They
won't
don't have
lust.
lust.
Okay.
They maybe
That
have
makes
they maybe they crave something else, but the sexual things no because
Okay.
they don't even find.
Maybe they crave something else. So is
Yeah.
lust limited to you and I as humans?
What do you mean?
I can now we must ask animals if they can lust.
No,
I don't
I'm
know,
thinking
right?
like, because if you're saying then they're not attracted to, what were you saying? I think I didn't let you finish. Maybe.
They're not attracted. They don't have like a sexual attraction like us. You know, like when I look at this person, you know, I'm
Okay,
activated.
wait. I have a question.
Okay.
A question I might.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Yes, as I'm burping this episode.
Yeah.
We have. You know how someone says I have ADHD,
Okay.
but they're not diagnosed with having ADHD.
Okay.
Then is it either
not
just
true.
lazy or so like with being asexual, like is it diagnosed or do you say I'm asexual?
I think you'll know. Like, I feel like it has to go on for so long that you realize there's something wrong with me, and then you take the further step to investigate that, and then you realize, no, man, I'm just asexual.
So anyone can just say I'm
You
asexual.
can't just say it.
I
Of
mean, you
course.
can in the same way someone just says I'm homosexual.
Yeah.
It's you choosing to identify.
You
as that.
choosing to be that.
So not
that-
you're choosing to call yourself that term. Let me say it like that. Like you feel that this is your identity, so you now call yourself that. So I think it's the same,
Okay.
so it's not.
but it's different from ADHD.
It's different from
It is
ADHD.
different
The
from-
example you guys,
No.
the
you have to
example
be
then went
diagnosed.
left.
You have to be diagnosed.
The
with
example was like
ADHD.
with you know how people just say I have ADHD,
Yeah,
right?
I've
Everyone
heard
has
that.
ADHD.
Yeah, everyone
these
just be
days,
saying I have
bruh.
ADHD,
Yeah.
right? And then there's people who are actually diagnosed with
Yeah.
what ADHD.
ADHD, yeah.
So I'm asking, because, like, how do you all of a sudden just say I'm asexual? Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, where does it come from? There has to be something that pushes you to that point that says I'm asexual. You can't just be born and say, yo, I'm asexual. I don't think it's like that. For me, I don't think it's like that.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, I can't answer for someone that's asexual.
Yeah.
Because
You
you
don't
said
know.
where they'll be seeing that, whoa, I'm not acting like the people around me. I'm
Okay.
not acting
Maybe
like the girls
something
my
wrong.
age. I'm not acting like
Yeah.
the boys my
And
age.
I don't even feel like acting
I don't
like these
feel
people.
the way.
Feel like
yeah.
acting. Okay, so you can be born as asexual. Is that what we're connotating our argument?
I don't know. Like I said, I don't know
those people.
anyone personally.
It's not a biological
Everyone I
thing.
know that's identified as asexual weren't always asexual.
Okay.
So that's why I'm saying it's a very tricky. For me, it's always seemed as if it's a season.
It's a season.
And also, I circled back to that example where it's like, when you want to lock in and all of a sudden you don't care about anything.
Yeah.
That was also my view as well.
Temporary asexualism.
Okay, so
I'm making
I don't know
words
about
up
that
now.
I don't know
words up
about that
now.
term.
no, because I just wanted to gather it, because
Yeah.
like it seems like everyone is just saying at this point that I'm asexual.
Who's
Okay.
everyone?
Okay, but let's look at the example Ashley mentioned of saying when someone says I just want to lock in work, school, I'm locking in, I'm focused, right? And if that is a season in your life, the implication is that there was a point where you were not locked in and you had those
Yeah.
feelings and maybe you were acting on them, right? So that means you still have those feelings, but you're now choosing to ignore them. right?
Exactly.
So-
That's what I'm saying. Are you really asexual or not?
I wouldn't say that's asexuality, but I would say then that goes back to the question about does everyone struggle with lust, right?
And then it then goes to the point where are you born as asexual? Like, because now there's
Yeah, but we don't know.
I don't think so, because it's a similar thing. Now, if you say that someone is born asexual, I think someone who is gay can say I was born gay.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's a slippery
It
slope.
doesn't
It
work
is a
like
slippery
that.
slope.
so you can't be born gay.
And this one is another topic now.
No,
I-
you're taking
Because
us in a
Fine.
we're
different
talking
direction,
about the
bro.
parameters of sexuality. Being gay is part of it, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Some people strongly believe they were born gay. From a young age, when we were wearing shorts, when we were crushing on girls. They're wearing skirts and crushing on their fellow gents. You feel me?
But as a kid, I don't think
They
that's
are
on your mind, bruh.
documentaries
Like
and
as a
stuff.
kid, like a
I would say,
toddler.
okay, I would say in the context of our conversation today,
Yeah.
even they can also
lust.
have lust.
Yes.
Yes, no, I'm not talking about lust in them, but I'm just saying, let's check where they born gay.
Hey, when now you're changing the
No,
topic.
I'm not changing the topic. I'm going
Okay,
to.
but if we have an answer, where
Yeah.
would that take us? That's what she's trying
So
to say.
my point is saying that isn't the environment that shapes that child. Let's say that child was born in an environment where it was viewed as being okay with being gay, right?
Yeah.
They're exposed to a lot of gay content, maybe online. He had gay members who were in his community were
Okay.
gay, right? What's the likelihood of that person being gay? It's very high, right?
Okay,
Yeah.
Because of the environment they were exposed in, right?
Yeah.
So let's go to
So you
someone
think
who's
the same thing with
asexual,
asexualism?
right?
Okay.
Let's check the environment that has shaped that person to be asexual, right? Or their parents, right?
I think it's hard though because everything's so sexual. I think it's hard to be in an environment.
Some
where
of
you
them
can...
it's trauma.
Yeah, I do think that's a good
Yeah.
point. Some
Okay.
people are forced to repress their sexual desires because they were never given a safe environment to express them. So I could say that is trauma. So maybe that person wasn't
Oh, that can
born
be a
like that.
factor.
So I'm going with the environment makes you. I don't think you just suddenly born as asexual. I know a woman, she's asexual. I can't say her name or her
Yeah.
profession. She's asexual, right?
Preferably.
Profession. Yeah, because she had trauma growing up, right?
Yeah.
She was raped, right? So now she does not care about sex in any form or what. She dresses like a dude. Do you get me? But she's not even gay, right? But she doesn't even care about. So that I feel like that trauma that she had and the way her parents navigated that trauma, right, leaded her to be in the way she is today.
Yeah, I do agree that I don't think a person can be born asexual. I feel like God didn't make a mistake when he made male and female. You were born in that way and the biology of it, it's there, it's real, it's true. And if you decide maybe or things influence you to have a different sexuality, it is what it is, but I don't think a person can be born gay or asexual or all these other things. I think as you grow, things can influence how you see certain things sexually, talking about asexual people. Yeah. Do you guys think that you can still, when you get married, you can recover from sexual temptation? So you enter the marriage struggling with lust and all these things, sexual impurity, but when you're married, you're fine. You're fine.
I mean, I wouldn't know. I'm not married.
No,
but
the
I
second
want to
disclaimer of a
assume.
relationship.
Yeah, we're not married.
I want to assume. It's a tricky one. I want to assume it could magnify because now you feel justified.
Yeah,
That's a possibility.
Magnified,
That
justified.
because yeah. And now your partner is your slave.
because you're doing it in the right.
Yeah, I'm telling you guys, that is real.
Okay,
what's
she's
sexual
cooking.
immorality?
Huh?
That's sexual immorality. Let's go to that.
Yo, I know, guys. We need someone who's married here because there's a question I want to ask.
wait.
Oh my
Besides
gosh.
that, right?
Yeah, no, like serious.
I feel like the reason why we talk about marriage a lot, right, is because when it comes to sex, it's
Yeah.
because we in the Bible it says when you get married, that's the right time to do all of that stuff, right?
Yeah.
Cool. So, is it wrong to be lustful in your marriage
Yeah, I think so. Based on the definition we got of lust,
with your partner?
I don't think the sexual act will even be loving if you
if
are
it's
lustful.
driven by love,
If you're driven
it
by
has to
lust.
be driven by love for
Yeah.
Okay, it has to be driven by love.
Yes.
So you're sinning.
sure. In a sense, I would.
I think it's the spirit behind your actions.
Yeah.
Bro. You'll be knowing the spirit behind your
Yeah,
action.
for
Okay,
sure.
so do you believe you're sinning? You guys are running away from this. Do you believe you're sinning?
If
What do you mean? Like if I was in that situation, would I think I was saying? Yeah, I would think it's a sin
Because of the intention behind the action.
yes, it's
thing is, it builds.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just want to say
no,
this.
it's okay.
I think it does build because now, if you think that now because you're married, being lustful is okay.
Yeah,
let's say now your wife is not satisfying you as much as she used to, and it does happen. It's part of life.
So,
What are you gonna do? Your lust will drive you
Yeah.
to look outside of your marriage, and I think that's why
not
you
me,
need.
not me,
Our,
not me though. Not me though.
Yeah,
You're
my
not
sister's
married,
my
bruh.
sister's not watching this
Hey.
episode. My sister is not watching.
I'm gonna wait
this,
like 3 years for you, you know. Not me, ladies. Not
You
me.
wanted to
Just had
speak.
to put
Oh
that out.
yeah. I think I was gonna say basically what you said. Like,
Yeah.
if your actions are driven by lust, while your partner is around, they will be the object of that lust. But as soon as they're gone, you'll still need to fill that void, right? So you will take whatever you can get to fill that void, and it will probably be outside of your
Yeah.
marriage. So I think it would still be considered a sin. Maybe you may be able to mask the intentions of those actions because you are married, but it will show up eventually.
At some
Like we spoke
point.
about the buildup of thoughts and indulging those thoughts often, eventually it will come out. And we often see people like, let's say a public figure, and we'll see like, we'll hear a scandal like, oh, they did this and this, they cheated on their wife, and we'll think, nah, not this guy, there's no way. Like,
there
how
was an
did,
entire
yeah, like
build-up.
exactly, like this is
Yeah.
maybe years of mental.
And he waited like for his like
He didn't even have to wait. Like
Yeah.
he didn't know. Okay, maybe he didn't know that he would eventually act, but at some point he was in a situation where he was just tempted beyond what he could bear because he'd been fighting this thing in his head the whole time.
So basically, what you concluded is we can never escape sexual immorality
Even when you're
or lust,
married.
even when we're married, or it
Yeah.
even gets worse.
What do you mean never escape? You'll never escape the temptation. To be
Never
honest.
accept the,
You
the
can't expect
temptation.
marriage to take away that
Oh, yeah,
problem for you. You actually have to deal with it and go to God with that issue. You can't just think, okay, now I'm fine. No, it doesn't work that way. And you know, I've heard things like, yeah, you know, speak.
Yes.
Yeah.
Isn't that the whole reason why you get married?
Oh,
Hold on with that one.
Chill out, big bro. Chill out, big bro. Yeah. Elaborate, bro.
Why?
It's part of the reason.
Yeah, it's part of the
Okay.
reasons, dog.
to avoid.
Yes. Okay.
Hey.
Okay, fair.
Was
Okay,
it the whole
I
reason?
guess.
But
I
I hear what he's saying, right?
Yeah.
But in attempting to avoid another sin, you're committing another.
You know what? I think I understand where Kyle is coming from, because I actually had a conversation with my friend about this, because she was tired of boys. You know that conversation. You know, tired.
I'm so done with him.
You know what I'm saying? So she's like, she's gonna be a rich single auntie and whatever. But the
Okay.
thing is, I know her issue with, you know, the sexual thing. I don't think she could spend the rest of her life not being there. And it's a thing of, if you are willing to now run out, not get married ever, can you remain pure, sexually pure for the rest of your life
unmarried.
without entertaining fornication and all that stuff? Guys, you live until you're 80, nothing.
Yeah.
Okay,
Let's
but
not lie.
going back to
Be
what he's
safe
saying,
and just actually get a partner and do it properly. Do it in the godly way. Don't do funny things.
okay, word. But going with what he's saying, right? He's saying some guys do get married to avoid
Avoid sinning.
sinning, right? But in that attempt to avoid sinning, isn't he unknowingly sinning?
He could lead to another sin because he's just like papering over the cracks, right? He's
Yeah.
just finding
Intention.
he's finding something to
Intention.
fill that desire for lust right now.
Yeah.
But then eventually, when that partner is not there, what happens? So
And it's also a thing of, marriage is not a playground to entertain those sexual urges. Because I know you're married, you can do whatever you want anytime you want, because
yeah,
you're married.
whatever you want.
But that is not the point, though. When you make sexual things the point of you getting married, already that marriage is doomed. Like, I personally, from a logical perspective, I think it's doomed, because there's so many things that come into play when it comes to marriage. There's so many things to consider, because now you have kids, you have other people involved, your families are now joined. Like, there's so many things. So if your idea of marriage is just sex, dog, you're gonna suffer. Because when the tough things come in, are you ready for that? Are you ready to handle the other stuff that marriage brings? I don't think so.
Right,
Yeah.
okay. Back to me. Is it realistic to expect of young people not to, to wait for marriage? To be is it
Realistic
realistic?
to expect them to wait.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait for marriage.
What?
Okay, is it realistic for us to tell young people 6 before marriage?
Wait,
6 after marriage. My
Before marriage.
6 after
Six
marriage, my
before-
bad. 6 after marriage. Yeah.
No, but I heard it the way you wanted to say it.
we
Yeah.
did,
It's
yeah.
not realistic, chick.
Time.
Okay.
Yeah,
Go
in
into
the
it.
day and age we're living in, I think they must say, they must give us advice how to, not get into that.
Yeah, like
Extreme.
practical,
Because
eh?
no, it's a lie, dog.
Okay, but okay, now
Yeah.
you can go.
I was gonna say, I think with the lifestyle we have, it's a very hard say.
Mm.
Do you get what I'm saying? The way we live, what we indulge in, the content we consume, the conversations we have with each other, it's very hard to bring up. Oh yeah, and by the way, don't sleep with your boyfriend. Do you get what I'm saying? But so, like Kaya is saying, what we need to be navigating first is almost fixing the before, the conversations we have, the lifestyle we live,
The
Content.
friends.
the content we consume, the
Yeah.
friends we have around us. That needs to be fixed first before we can touch on, oh, and that boyfriend you have, don't sleep with them. Do you get what I'm saying?
Time.
I feel like friends is heavy because I've realized that from my own experience, friends who are into that stuff, sleeping around. Maybe it was maybe 2 friends. I'm telling you, the others are also gonna feel like, I need a story from my friends. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And you know what's the harm, And the whole group is now into
See, that's
that
a tricky
stuff.
one because you have to be really grounded in your own identity.
Yes, I feel like when
Yeah.
you're grounded, yeah, sharp.
Even if your identity is sleeping around, you must be grounded. You need to be you need to be very grounded in your identity. I'm telling you. That's why you said friends are so dangerous, because friends can be dangerous if you're not grounded in your identity. Whatever that identity, whatever you've defined yourself to be, you must be grounded in that.
But don't you think the friends that you've grown up with kind of contribute in shaping your identity?
Yeah, they
True.
do.
So sometimes maybe I was a child and this was I had a Disney fantasy. I wanted to do things, properly, very romantic. I only kiss my husband on our wedding day. But now as I'm older,
Yeah.
those things change because maybe of my friends in high school. So I feel like it's a
Okay,
shame.
wait. Why do you say Disney princess first kiss? Why do you say all of that?
Because
what she
that's the
grew up-
stereotype.
That's the stereotype, right?
Pure
behind
stereotype.
that for smaller girls.
So we're living in a day of stereotype, right?
Okay.
Even now, if you have the mentality that you have, and with other females around you, they'll be like, what is this? What does this chick say? You feel what I'm saying? Like, what are you even saying? Do you get me? So there's the stereotype behind it. It's the way we live in. I hear you saying we were never we don't at Yom, what, the church events you go, we're
Yeah.
never given someone here who knows all of this. But if you look at our parents, right, they lived in an entirely different time,
Yeah.
right? My dad was telling me about the HIV breakout, like how crazy it was. Like people are now scared of having sex. You feel me? But in my generation, they
No one
literally just
cares,
made, the injection they made for HIV prevention.
I know there's PrEP, like the pill that you can take before.
They've cancelled the PrEP now. There's the injection. The PrEP is still there, but now they're favoring the injection. So you take this injection twice a year, and you can have unprotected sex.
With someone who has HIV.
And you can't get it.
Okay.
This is my first time hearing that.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Hi.
It reduces the HIV rates,
Okay.
I get, but the rates of people
Bro's
being
looking at it in
unprotected.
stats.
No, remember, it's not only HIV, but there are also STDs, STIs. There are all these things. So if you think that just because they made a solution for HIV, you are safe from other things, it doesn't work like that.
It
But
does.
you see, if you look at it, that's all in promoting sexual immorality.
That's all. Yeah.
Because if you look at it before, it was like almost like a blocker. Like, okay, everyone who's HIV. Okay, I don't.
Yeah,
want to
a bit
sleep, you know
more
what I'm saying?
scared.
But
Now
now
you
it's
are
like
brave.
just
And it makes
increasing
it
it.
okay to be like, we can accept having sex with people with HIV, right? It's okay. And I'm not saying it's not okay. But I'm just saying, no, I know how it sounds. But I want us to look at the basis of it, right? The way the world perceives it, right? Let's say someone got HIV through having multiple sex partners.
Okay.
Are we together? Are you guys hearing what I'm saying?
Listening.
Through multiple sex partners, right? Now, in reality, the perspective of you having having a relationship with that person and that person is known as having HIV, how does the world perceive it?
To say, how does the world perceive your relationship with them?
Yeah, with that person.
They'll think
You're also
you.
infected. I don't know.
They're just
Yeah.
gonna assume you also have HIV, bro.
And it's now like
It's a
HIV is
it
like
is
a
a stigma.
bad thing, you
It
know,
is a
the stigma
yeah.
behind HIV. And there are other people who are born with HIV,
Yeah.
you know. Now, it doesn't seem okay, but now it makes it seem okay, like we can just have it with anyone.
Yeah.
We can just do anything. HIV is nothing, right? And we're destroying the stigma in a bad way because we're promoting sex.
Yeah.
You get what I'm going with it, Ashley. So
Yeah, I hear you.
now we're promoting sex, but we're also destroying the stigma, right? We can see like the stigma behind it, saying people with HIV are like this, like that. Now it's gonna be like, nah, she has HIV, but she's real darn pretty.
Okay, I think if we look at it from a Christian perspective, we shouldn't have a stigma already. Like,
Word.
because what makes this person different from me? We're all sinners, maybe to different extents and in different
Ways.
spheres.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
we're all sinners, right?
Word.
So I shouldn't have had a stigma, whether there was PrEP or not, whether condoms existed or not. I shouldn't have a stigma toward anyone. But I think what the devil is trying to do is maybe take away people who have not made a firm stand for God, to say that, okay, I identify as a child of God and this is how I'm going to view people, this is how I'm going to treat them, because those are the most vulnerable people, to be honest. Not that he won't tempt people who are firm, but someone who is unsure, the devil will think, okay, now I can get this person to think like, okay, sex is actually good and there's no repercussions, because if that person does not have a relationship with God, maybe HIV was the only thing stopping them from having sex.
Yeah.
The fear. But with us, it's like, okay, we have a relationship with God. We want to keep that relationship with God pure, and by obeying His commandments, we
Yeah.
won't have sex. Whether there's HIV, PrEP, nothing.
Even if STIs disappear and all, no, guys,
Yeah.
stop,
Yeah.
stop. They're still pregnant.
Yeah.
See, but now you're just building
That's
more
another
reasons.
thing.
You're
That's
just
another
building more
thing, bro,
reasons that are
like-
blocking.
Can
Yeah.
I say something?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want people to say, "Uti, I have a." I don't know. I'm gonna.
You're lucky you're off cam, bro.
I'll be viewed as a good person. But there's the positive and the negatives on what you're saying.
Right.
The injection and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Positives, the rate comes down. Negatives, you are sinning,
Mm-hmm.
and
Also, amongst the positives,
But-
we are,
Yeah.
you know, we are no longer judging the HIV people with HIV.
Maybe, yeah.
You know, we are less prone to judge them.
Okay.
You know, we're now open to having relationships with people with
Honestly,
HIV.
I don't think people judge them anymore. Hey, like people don't care, bruh.
I think people are still scared.
as long as it
bro.
doesn't,
Yeah.
I think everyone's
Yeah.
self-centered. So as long as it doesn't, if it
Yeah,
doesn't affect me,
like,
then
you know.
But like, think about it now. Like, people can open up to the fact because there's this injection thingy
that protects
Yeah.
me.
that protects
Yeah,
me.
and the good thing is, like, what is stopping that person from, maybe if they were born with it, what is stopping that person from having a normal life and still having sex with their husband or wife without giving it to them? So that
Exactly.
is a positive, to be
Yeah.
honest.
Yeah.
But I think some people are still scared, like, because I personally don't have that injection. So if someone who had HIV was like chopping and they cut themselves, and I see their blood, I would still be scared, to be honest. Like, as much as I don't want to have a stigma
You'd
toward
be
the
like-
person, I'd still be fearful of
You'd
contracting
move
the
the
disease.
cutting board a bit to the
Exactly. Like, to be honest,
that's how
to be
people
honest,
go.
like, we can't lie and say
Yeah,
I'm fine with
yeah.
getting it.
yeah.
But like, it does really help those people be a more part of
Yeah.
society.
And I feel like others are really just born with it.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? It wasn't
Yeah,
their
it
choice.
wasn't their fault, man.
So we can't
and
perceive
then
them.
assume that it was a
Yeah.
sexual.
Yeah.
Oh, that is sad.
Yeah, so we can now
Oh,
not
man.
perceive them. So that's why I'm saying the injection has good effect.
It was so cool to see it live.
You realize that, like,
dog, gosh, guys, I'm a bit
Because
tense.
the injection has a lot of positives for people with HIV. And I'm glad because some people are just naturally born with it. And
even if they contracted it through sex, like, what if they've decided that that's not the life I want to live
the
anymore?
life
Yeah.
So
that
now
they want.
are they now barred from marriage, basically, because
Yeah.
But to answer your question, no, it's not realistic. But I think our church leaders and our mentors, they're doing their best, man. They're doing our best to create awareness. And at the end of the day, they can do whatever they want to do to tell you to stay away
But
from
here's
sex
my
or
point.
that. Can I finish?
Wait. Here's my
Yeah,
point.
same.
They can't.
Also,
They
she
can't.
differed earlier.
They can't create awareness
differed
for
earlier.
us
She said they
because
weren't doing
they
anything
didn't live
outrageous.
in the era
Yeah.
that we are living in. We have to create awareness, even though typically we struggle with it, right? They can't do it for us, you know, because they don't know how to live it. They don't know how to relate to us. You know, it's very hard for them to relate to us.
Okay.
Like we are living in a world of digital, bro. These guys didn't even have Blackberries growing up. That's how bad it is. Yeah.
Can I just, okay, I'm not defending the older generation, but think about how it's a little comforting to go online and see how these thousands other teens struggling with me. Whereas for them it was, it's just my name. Can I ask my name?
Yeah,
I actually don't know. Is it
that's
just me
hard.
feeling this way? I've been struggling
There's a
with
lot
this
of
feeling.
shame
Do you get
with
what
a
I'm
lot of
saying? Because
things.
there isn't that. Whereas you and I, we can go and be like, oh, sure. Let's go from
Nah, I'm not
Canada. She's also
alone.
struggling.
Yeah.
Okay, we in it together.
Yeah.
Whereas for them, it was just them. And the most you'd hear about is maybe at school. But even then, you're scared to bring it up first.
And that's probably why they struggle to talk about it.
Exactly.
Because now, how are they gonna guide you when they're like, yo, like I haven't spoken
was
about
so
this.
tough for
I've been
them.
suppressing this thing for my whole life.
Because they never grew up like this. So that's what I'm saying. They can't create awareness or anything. They can create awareness, né? But it's not gonna be as
It's not gonna make as much of a difference.
as much as a difference than
Yeah.
we do.
Okay.
If we do it. Because like hearing what Ashley says, she says she struggles with it in her mind, right? With sexual immorality, right? I want to be like, wow, you know, Ashley, you know, knowing Ashley, her reputation, she's an ambassador leader at church, is what? Like, you know, I'm also struggling with it. So I'm not really, you know, all of that. You know, I can talk to her, I can hear what she's saying on it. It can help me. But if I hear like a pastor, you know, some of us are mature enough or can relate enough to that person, but some of us will be like, I'm not listening to this guy, bro. Like,
Yeah.
he's too
Okay,
old.
sorry, I don't want to cut you
Yeah.
off, but
Crazy.
I feel like maybe why we feel that way towards the older generation is they don't address how it's normal.
Yeah.
Okay,
I've seen with the few adults who come to you and they first address that, listen, what you're going through is actually totally normal. You open up to them better. Do you get what I'm saying? So I
Word.
think it's the approach of where they make it seem like, this is foreign. You actually have a
Word.
demon.
Yeah.
When they take that approach, you also then shut out because it's like, you know what, you don't even understand me. You're not in my generation. You're not
open
going through what
up,
I'm
you're
going
gonna
through.
kind of
You know,
judge.
the platforms that encourage sexual immorality, they weren't easily accessible. Like they weren't that easy to find for you. You're not getting it.
There's a guy I
But when
know,
they
they
open
pray,
up,
they
yeah.
called a pastor to pray for you.
Yeah. And I think the other thing.
Bible.
Like they literally called a pastor and like elders like to pray for the guy,
yeah,
bro.
I'll never open up again.
Like, you know,
I'll
like,
never open up again.
I get the intention behind it, right? But how would you feel,
now
right?
the whole
if
church
like
knows your
like
business. The whole
elders,
church
like the
would.
aunties and what, they come
know.
and pray for you. Won't you feel bad and feel like, damn,
Oh my
like
goodness.
Yeah. It's
you
all
know-
about approach as well.
yeah,
Yeah.
the approach. You get what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So I'm hearing what Ash is saying. Like, if
My
someone
point-
comes to you and tells you it's okay,
My point before you interrupted me.
rudely, by the way.
Rudely, actually. I want the editor to put rudely under here so that people can see. Rudely interrupted. I wanted to say you can call for as much awareness as possible. Parents can do it, the youth can do it, but at the end of the day, if a person chooses to do whatever they want to do, it's on them. Like I feel like we also need to take accountability when we fall.
For sure.
And it does happen. And we just need to always remember that we can try and do better and run away from last, guys. Don't say I'm gonna tackle it again and see if I win next time. No. But I just feel like we also need to take accountability and not keep asking for platforms and platforms and platforms. They're there. And if you don't wanna listen, now what must we do? I'm not gonna lock you down so you don't go see that person again. No. You have to fight that demon. No, you don't fight. Run.
Yeah, and I've
Bros,
been
yeah.
falling. I've been falling.
Okay.
You know, in terms of lust.
wow.
I've been for jokes. Nah, it's a joke, bro.
It's okay, bruh. It's normal.
You all want to remove.
You know,
You always sounded judgmental.
I know I'm not judging.
I've been falling.
It's okay,
guys.
bruh.
No, he said it in that
jokes,
tone that he sends the most aura in. So like we were triggered, bro. We were triggered.
Just to conclude, I want to get a final word from you guys. How for the people? How do you feel we can break free? We can slowly get into breaking free from lust and sexual immorality as youth, as young people.
I think with the older generation, as we've been speaking about, I think it has to come from us, to be honest, because very few of them are going to be the ones to say like, yo, like this is normal. So I think the change has to start with us to say that, look, we want to create spaces for ourselves where we can talk about this in a safe space and to know that it's normal. Like we're not alone, right? So we need to create those spaces for each other and also hold each other accountable. I think that's also important. Hold each other to a standard to know that, okay, look, as much as it's normal, that doesn't mean it's right. So just because everyone is doing it, yes, everyone is doing it, and that therefore makes it more of a temptation, but that doesn't make it any more right. And I think going back to what I mentioned at the beginning, the most important thing is to stop it before it becomes a habit and then a lifestyle. Because, yeah, it's obviously not impossible to break free once you're, I don't know, married or 40 or 30, but it's always good to start, right? So I think it starts in the mind and having that mental discipline with any form of sin and temptation to know that I have this relationship with God that I can call to Him. No matter when I'm feeling that urge, I can call to Him and He won't get tired of me praying to Him, even if it's 100 times a day, until it gets to a point where it's only one time a week. And we need to trust that it will get to that point.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's powerful. I think for me, I would say, there's a quote in Messages to Young People. It says, you must be determined to believe although nothing seems real or true to you. Say, I will believe, I do believe that God is my helper. And I just want to leave people with that message because you find yourself in a situation where it might already be a lifestyle. It might already be that habit. You know, as much as Tapia has spoken about how you should aim to not have it reach there, for a lot of people it is already there. So I think it's important to address the fact that you have the problem. It's very hard to fix something you are not admitting is a problem.
True.
So to admit it's a problem and then from there to also not try to do it on your own. You can never do it with your own strength.
100%.
I mean, things of the flesh. Yeah. You can't do it on your own. You can't do it on your own. So I think also just engaging with your relationship with God and helping you walk backwards in living the life that He intended us to live. But it can never be solo. It will never be solo. Never mind it can. It will never be solo. So I just believe in strongly grounding yourself in your faith, in your relationship with God, and then working backwards with His strength to the life that He needs you to live.
Hi, thank you guys. Yeah, no, that was a powerful way to close, man. Thank you guys for coming, and thank you guys for watching. Can we have a word for the day? Actually, I liked what you said. This thing is now I forgot. What did you say? What did you say?
Nah, it'll come to you, bro. We can wait.
Man, what was
Was
it
he
about?
talking about preparing before the war, even in peace?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that is a banger,
See, I'll be
guys.
listening to you, bro.
Word of the day.
Yeah, you
I appreciate you, bro.
What are
I
you trying to
appreciate
say,
you, bro.
Dean? What are you trying to say? Okay, word of the day.
Oh, I should say it now?
Yes.
Oh, okay. It was, you should be preparing for war in times of peace.
Tired.
Yeah, and yeah, I'm gonna also prepare for war. Yes, I need to do that. Yo, guys, I'm zoning out here. Yeah, no. Yes, that's the word of the day, guys. Please like and subscribe. Comment down below. What are they commenting, guys?
Dean, you're the best. I don't know.
I don't know about propaganda. I don't know about this.
I'm trying to put bro on, bro.
No,
You
lady.
can see he's trying, bro.
Okay, you know-
Let him get something.
Hey, low key throwing shade.
I'm actually gonna laugh.
Low key he's throwing shade.
I'm going to laugh if the comments are empty. Actually, this is a good
I
thing.
think I might have
This is
to
a
make a
test.
few
It's a good
fake
test.
accounts.
It's a good
you know, I might have to make a few fake accounts and comment myself.
Okay, guys, comment Steven Steppers. If you don't want, it's okay, guys. Don't comment. Leave the
I
comments
know you
section. No
want to.
pressure.
Just comment stay pure.
Yeah.
Let's say stay pure.
Stay pure. Okay.
Excuse me, I'm trying to flirt with the people.
Nah.
Oh, like,
You've had your
subscribe,
chance,
comment, and like us, follow our social media pages. We have TikTok and we have Instagram. They're below right here. And we'll see you next time on the Triple M Show. Bye.